It is also a very dangerous ship, being that it's a pirate ship and that they are musicians that seem to be sponsored by the one man who wants to hunt you down and kill you.
Ooh.
Like monetarily sponsored by him.
Banger.
So you're on that ship right now. It's coming to nighttime and it's pulling away from the dock currently. Most people, like fans and things that came for the concert, have left. You guys enjoyed the concert with them, but they all left, and you are now here on the ship with the workers of like the crew, the band crew, and then the band themselves, which are like backstage in their own little room. And there are 4 of them. They're dwarves.
Oh, nice.
The band's name is let me see here. Death Shores, by the way. Death Shores.
Okay. Write that down.
So I was thinking that I could just like go off to one of the band members like on the side and like look at him and ask him, be like, do you know if there's anywhere a little more private that I could go?
Okay. So the band members are backstage. You do have backstage passes, so you can walk back there. There is a security guy that's standing on the stage. The stage has the door that goes backstage. He's kind of standing in front of it. He is another dwarf, like a red bearded dwarf. He seems similar to the one who was collecting tickets. And is that someone you want to approach and ask to go backstage and see the band?
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, do you mention that to anybody, or do you just kind of walk up?
I just kind of do it while they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
Okay. So what do you say to the guy as you walk up? He says, "How can I help you, laddie?"
I say, hello. I was just wondering if there was a spot I could get away from all of these people, like, just a little bit more private.
He looks you. He kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow curiously. Do you have your backstage pass just like visible, or do you have it hidden in your pocket? Or?
I have it around my neck.
Okay. He looks at your backstage pass and he says, "Aye, the band is back here in the private room. A few of them are probably sleeping, but if you're not going to make too much ruckus, I'm sure some of them will be happy to meet you."
Okay, is it okay if I bring my friends in too?
Do they have the passes?
Yeah, we all have passes.
Sure. It's not a problem.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then I run back over to the group and I go, "Hey guys, I got us all back there. Apparently some of them are sleeping, so I guess we can ask them for a room."
We should be careful though, because then we're going straight towards them. Like, I don't know if they'll recognize Leon or not.
I think maybe we should leave Leon behind with somebody, like maybe Crocus.
Yeah, I can hang back while you guys get the room situated and just like, I don't need to be there for the actual like obtaining of the room. Once you guys have it, I can just, one of you can meet with me and I can just come down.
Fergus
I'll just
is
lay
more
low for now.
charming anyways, so I think we should bring him, me and
Not
him.
not my
Don't
strong
worry,
suit.
Leon. I won't leave you alone. We got this.
You
this.
guys are
back
charming
here.
in your own way. Don't worry.
Sounds good.
All
All
right.
right, come
So
on, Fergus.
Fergus and Shisa, you're going to go backstage. Crocus and Leon, you're going to chill out in the kind of stadium, dimly lit stadium. You could also go up to the top deck if you want. There's a staircase that goes up to the top deck, which is where you came in from. You know that it's nice open out there, and nice sea breeze and all that kind of stuff. If you want to just hang out there and talk or whatever, you can do that.
Can I bring Egrid back too, because he likes Egrid?
Mhm.
Don't they like Egrid? They think she's hot.
The ticket guy does. The ticket guy does. You're not sure where he went though.
Oh man, I don't know if these guys are gonna like Egrid too.
They might. She's a dwarf.
I guess I should bring her back. Like I should bring her with us. Yeah.
Okay, she'll go with you. So you guys walk up to the guy. He steps aside and opens the door for you. As it opens up, same room from before, kind of like this velvet covered, purple velvet covered room, carpet covered, almost like shag rug kind of, with these couches and playing card tables. You see two of the band members are knocked out asleep. One of them's got his hand like kind of hanging over the couch that he's laying on, and he's drooling. Jean-Paul, the lead singer, is leaning on the back counter as he was when you first saw him, Fergus. He's drinking out of a bottle of rum and flipping through the bounty book right now. Just kind of flipping pages through it. And the last band member is currently shuffling a deck of cards with nobody to seemingly play with. He's just kind of shuffling them mindlessly as he is leaning back in a chair with his eyes closed. So
I whisper over to Fergus and I go, I'll handle the guy with the book. You go talk to the guy with the cards.
Okay, doke.
So I want to walk up to the guy with the book and I want to just I want to say hello to him, of course, introduce myself. And I also want to ask him what he's looking at.
Okay. So what I like to do in these situations is let's role play it out. As you walk up, what do you say? He looks up from his bottle and he says, "Oh, what can I do you for?"
Oh,
I'm
hello,
sorry, that was rude. That was rude. And he like sets the bottle down and he puts his hand out. Jean-Paul.
My name's Shisa. Nice to meet you.
You shake his hand.
So I was wondering, what are you looking at there? You look really interested. I was just curious.
This here's a book of people who are worth a lot of money.
Why are they worth so much money?
Either they've wronged someone or they are criminals or whatever.
And why are you looking at the book? Like, what are they gonna give you some money? Are you gonna ask them for money?
No. I was thinking about well, maybe capturing them and turning them in for money.
Oh,
This is what they call a bounty book, and he like puts his arm around you and like shows you some of the pages.
Wow, so you like capture bad guys?
Yeah, sometimes. As he's flipping through, roll me a perception check. You're better at it now.
Yes, my perception has improved. My wisdom. I am wise.
All right. So a 15 is good enough. As you're flipping through, you notice Jean-Paul's face and his name are also in the bounty book as he's flipping through it. He kind of skips past it really quickly, but...
I think I'm just gonna look at the faces of everybody else who's like laying around and see if I can like identify them also in the book.
Okay.
Like, but I'm also not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see it either.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check then too. Okay. With a 13, you get a good look at all these dwarves. They kind of have like this grayish blue colored skin tone. They're different than most of the dwarves you've seen before. They have these kind of white beards, mixture of white and grayish, like salt and pepper kind of colored beards. They are very muscular, like extremely so. And they give off an aura of I guess the word would be masculinity, that is overwhelming. They seem very like, I guess the word would be kind of like rock starry. They they're like the band AC/DC, I guess. To give you an idea, they're like AC/DC in this world.
Hell yeah.
So, looking at them, you don't recognize any of them in the book. Just Jean-Paul.
That's strange. I wonder why it's just him. I don't want to make him upset or bother him though. Fuck.
Up to you. While you're thinking, I'll go over to Fergus. Fergus, what do you want to do? Guys shuffling cards, you gonna walk up to him?
Yeah.
Okay. As he's shuffling, he's got his eyes closed.
Yeah. Excuse me, mate. You don't happen to know any magic tricks, do you?
He opens one eye real slowly, You can see it's kind of glossed over a little bit, like he may have been smoking. You can smell a little bit of that weed on him. He keeps that eye open, looks at you, closes the eye slowly, and then leans the chair down so all 4 legs hit the ground, and sets the deck of cards on the table, and he goes, "Oh, I don't know any card tricks, mate. What about you?"
No, I don't know any either, to be honest. But no, I don't know any either. To be fair. I didn't manage to catch your name earlier. When I was speaking to your pal Jean-Claude over there. My name's Fergus, by the way. Who might you be?
You can call me Grit. Grit. Grit.
Great, lovely to meet you, pal. I'm not interrupting, am I?
No, not at all. You want to play some cards?
Yeah, mate. What do you want to play?
You got a preferred game? You're the guest.
Blackjack?
Sure. Hey, Jean-Paul, you want to play some blackjack? And Jean-Paul, he says, "No, mate, not interested."
And as he's turned around talking to Jean-Paul, I'm going to use my sleight of hand to reshuffle the deck into my favor.
All right, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
You cheeky bastard.
All right. Yeah, you shuffle the deck as best you can, and blackjack is black. I'm bad at card games. Is blackjack the 21 one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. As since you've shuffled the deck, but you only rolled a 14, we're gonna say roll me 3d6. And then you can re-roll one of the dice if you'd like. So in the chat there in Roll20, type in. Yeah, there you go. So if you'd like to re-roll one of them, you can. So far your number is 6, 10, 12. If you want to re-roll the 2, you could. Or you could re-roll one of the others.
Shouldn't I be rolling a D? I should be rolling a D11, shouldn't I? That's not a thing. A D10.
That's not a thing.
Is a D10 a thing?
A D10's a thing.
So because blackjack, what it does is the maximum card value is 11.
Oh, sure. So yeah, roll me 3d10 then, and you can you can choose to ignore one if you want, or re-roll it.
Well, so what I should do in blackjack, I should roll 2 D10s,
Mm-hmm.
roll 2 D10s, see my outcome, and then I can hit or stick.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds good.
Okay, so I got 9. I got an 8 and a 1. So
that's
chat,
9.
That's 9 in total. I'm gonna hit there, so I'll roll mine again. I got 8. That's 17. I'm gonna stick on 17.
Okay. Would you like to re-roll any of the dice? You can re-roll one of them since you stacked the deck.
No, I'm gonna stick on a 7. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick on a 17.
All right. He's gonna roll. So his first roll's a 5. His second roll is a 1. So that's 6. He's gonna hit for a 4. That's 10. He's gonna hit again. That's 16. He's gonna hit again and bust with an 8. All right, you got it. So the first game, as you play it out, he's impressed by your finessing, and he goes, "All right, yeah, that's not bad. Hey," he hollers over to one of the sleeping dwarves on the couch, and he says, "Hey, Barley, wake up!" And the dwarf who's kind of like drooling on the couch, he's wearing like full metal, like black obsidian metal armor. As he kind of sits up, it kind of clangs a little bit, and he opens his eye. He was the drummer that you saw on stage. He kind of swings his feet over the side of the couch, and he says, "Oh, what?" And Grit goes, "Hey, come play blackjack with us. This guy's pretty good, and I don't know, maybe we could bet some money, make some quick dough." And Barley goes, "Oh, I don't want to play," and he kind of lays back down, Grit stands up from the chair, like pushing his chair back, and he walks over to Barley and kind of shakes him while he's on the couch. And Barley like opens his eyes up real big, and Grit grabs him, kind of pulls him off the couch. As he does, he walks over to another guy who's sleeping on top of one of the other card tables, and Grit like kicks the other dwarf here. He goes, Torgon! Hey, Torgon! He kicks him. And this other dwarf who's got the biggest beard of everybody, it's like this big white bushy beard that kind of comes out in all different directions. He kind of turns over on the card table and he goes, what? And he says, wake up, Blackjack, come on. Okay, I'm coming. And they all three of them kind of converge on the table with you. Do you want to keep playing? You still have consent. You have a choice here. You don't have to play if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right, gentlemen, we are gathered here on a fine Wednesday evening, and I'm going to put up 15 gold pieces.
They each put down 15 gold pieces.
Perfect. And I'm gonna, because my sleight of hand was good enough on the first deck, I'm gonna just shuffle it again in front of them, because obviously it's all sleight of hand, so if I get a good enough roll, they just won't notice. So I'm going to shuffle it again in front of them, again trying to tip the odds in my favor. So I'll hit the roll there.
Yep, go ahead and roll the sleight of hand there. Okay, yes. So this time you can re-roll 2 dice if you'd like.
Okay, cool. So I'll just...
I'm just going to roll some general rolls here. 10.
Okay, so I got
so
9. I'm going to hit... 6, 3, it's 12. I'm gonna hit again. This could bust me. Fuck. Oh! I'm sticking.
All right. Is that 21?
Yeah, it's 21.
All right. The numbers they got were 19, 18, and 14. One of them stayed on a 14. And
Wow.
they all kind of pushed their 15 gold to you, make 45 gold there. They push it towards the middle, and before you go to grab it, Grit kind of puts his hand out. He goes, double or nothing?
Yeah, go on then.
All right.
Yeah, go on then.
They all put 15 more down.
Uh-huh.
Are you putting 15 down too?
Again, yeah, I'll put 15 down. And obviously I have to shuffle the deck again. No, I have to shuffle the deck. Yeah, I'll have to shuffle the deck again. So I'll roll my sleight of hand. Oh god.
Okay. All right. So with a 10, as you're kind of shuffling and fumbling around a little bit, Grit kind of eyes you up and down, and he puts his hand out for the deck. I'll shuffle.
Fine. I hand him over the deck.
He shuffles up, and then he deals the cards out. Go ahead and roll your 2d10, and then decide if you want to hit. I'm going to roll. I got a 10 and a 1 there. So you got a 6 and a 4. That's 10.
Definitely going to hit.
Okay.
16. I'll stick with the 16.
Sticking with 16. All right.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to... yeah, fuck it. I'm going to hit.
All right.
Fuck it. I'm probably going to regret this, because anything over a 5, I bust.
Oh, no. All right. So as you're rolling out, and they all kind of roll, let's see here. Grit's going to bust. Torgon is got an 18, and Barley's got a 14. He's going to hit one more time here for an 8. That's 22, so he's going to bust too. All right, so looks like Torgon gets the goods here. Or did I say Torgon? Maybe. Yeah, Torgon, because he had the 18. Yep.
Cool. All right, cool. And then I'll be like, oh, fair enough, lads. Right, good game. You know, like fair play. Listen, lads, we and my pals, we're looking for a room to stay tonight. We paid for the passage. And I imagine there's cabins somewhere. Can you show us where the cabins are? Tell us where the cabins are.
Grit kind of leans back and he says, I mean, we got our rooms. There's the staff quarters. And I mean, you could stay backstage here. It might be a good spot for you, unless you want to try and mingle with the staff.
So the problem is there's 5 of us, so we might be a bit we might cram you in. I guess what we could do is we could split our team across. Like we could put some of us in here and some of us in the staff quarters, just so we're not too cramped backstage here, because we know you guys like the space.
I got a solution. We're gonna go sleep top deck. It's a nice night. We'll sleep top deck tonight, and we'll figure out something in the morning. You guys can take over backstage here.
Okay.
Sometimes we sleep here, but we have our own quarters up top anyway. So we'll just sleep up there.
Yeah.
You guys can have this room.
Perfect. All right. Well, cool. Perfect. That's perfect. Great. Thanks.
Before they leave, I want to ask the guy I'm talking to come and see me in the morning.
Okay. Jean Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to walk up to him and like, do you want to role play this out?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So like we were like looking at them playing blackjack is what it seems like what we were doing that time.
Yeah, and just like
so
small
I'm gonna
talking
look over
maybe.
at him and I'm gonna go, hey, listen. So I really wanted to see you again in the morning if that's okay.
He kind of looks at you and tilts his head a little bit. He says, "Are you coming on to me?"
Oh, nothing of the sorts. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more. I feel like I didn't get a chance to fully have a conversation with you, with my friend being such a good blackjack player and all.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'll track you down in the morning.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. We're all gonna head up to the top deck.
Sleep well.
All right. He gathers up the rest of the band members and they head out towards the top deck. Now we're gonna rewind to what Leon and Crocus have been doing this whole time. This has been about a 30-minute endeavor. So you guys got about 30 minutes where you can be looking around for things, talking with staff members, talking with other people on the ship, exploring, whatever you want to do. So what do you think Leon and Crocus would get up to?
Well, I think that like, what is like, you said it's like kind of like a stadium, like almost like an amphitheater type thing, like outdoor, indoor. Like, I'm trying to get a better understanding.
So the stadium where they play is like a big indoor stadium underneath the top deck of the ship. So it's indoors. And there's a stairwell that goes up above the stadium, and that's where the deck of the ship is. So you can leave the stadium and go to the deck of the ship, or you can hang around here in the stadium itself with like all the trash and the workers kind of cleaning up all the trash and stuff. There are some staff quarters in the back of the ship that like the staff sleeps, that kind of thing. On the top deck, you haven't explored enough up there to really know exactly what's up there. All you guys did was walk onto the ship and then downstairs into the stadium, so you don't know what's up there. You didn't really look around while you were up there, but you can go back up there if you want. The whole thing is like a wooden, you should imagine like a big pirate ship, where the inside of it's hollow, like a Easter egg, you know what I mean? And that inside that Easter egg is the stadium.
So you said it's like mostly like staff at this point, just kind of picking things up. Like, are there people like straggling around or?
No fans or anything. All the fans have been escorted off the ship, so it's just you guys and the people who are supposed to be on the ship.
Right.
What are you thinking, Moonsy?
I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi took like a massive shit, so I didn't hear most of it. I think we should go explore up deck though, just because I assume we're down below right now, so maybe it would be good to explore upstairs.
Okay. Just like a little bit of light poking around.
All right. So you guys go up to the top deck and are going to explore around. That's the plan?
Yeah.
All right. As you walk up to the top deck, there are some staff kind of milling about on the top here. They are what seems to be loading cannons that are on either side of the ship. There's quite a few cannons that kind of line both sides. They're loading them up. And as you're walking by, one of them kind of gives you a wave. One of the people who's loading cannonballs, he kind of gives you a wave, a friendly wave, dwarven guy. And up here, so you notice the cannons, and then you notice that there are a few little like staircases, like kind of slanted staircases that go up into like little rooms that are up here, like the captain's room and the band members' rooms and things like that. And they're kind of like these wooden boxes that are on top of the that are just on the deck. And you can walk up to them. They seem locked. All those rooms seem kind of locked and closed off. You can see little lights shining from underneath as the people are inside of them. But it's like the deck of the ship with a bunch of like wooden outhouses that people are like sleeping in, basically.
Right. So it's kind of like a cruise ship?
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. Yep, exactly. There's like a bunch of little small sleeping quarters for people to sleep on. The ship is huge, by the way. It's very large. I have a thing here. It's like well over. It's like a couple 100 feet long, basically.
Oh wow! So big ship. Then.
Yeah, big ship. The top floor that you're on right now is mostly empty of like life other than the people loading cannonballs into the cannons that are on the sides of the ship. But you can hear from the different rooms, you can hear like some music being played, voices talking. People have kind of separated off into their own little private rooms up here to either sleep or have sex or whatever. You don't know. I mean, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a party ship. Maybe do drugs, maybe drink.
Hell yeah.
It's a pirate ship.
Yo-ho, I guess.
You have people up here you can talk to. The people seem friendly, like the staff. They seem friendly. You can ask them any questions that you might have. You can knock on people's doors if you want to be a nuisance. You want to knock on people's doors and talk to people inside their rooms. You can check out the cannons and see how they are looking. Leon, you have a lot of knowledge about cannons, so you can either help the staff with loading them, or you see one of the dwarves is messing with a cannon's wheel and trying to screw it back into place, and it's not working. He's getting his ass kicked by it. But it is somewhat ominous feeling as you're looking at them. It's like, it's weird that they're loading cannons. Leon, you probably get the idea it's more a defensive measure, but it could be used offensively, which is, it just gives you kind of like a shiver down your spine of like conflict.
I was going to say, yeah, that's that stuck out to me already. I think that's very strange.
Can we go help the dude trying to screw in the light bulb?
Yeah, I feel bad for the man.
All right.
Let's go help him.
This dwarf is screwing the wheel onto a cannon, and as you walk up, he goes, "Oh, hey there, stowaways," and he kind of winks at you. He goes, just kidding. Anyway, he like nervously, like awkwardly turns back to screwing in his wheel and failing at it.
I empathize with this man. He sounds like me at work.
Oh.
Like making jokes with customers and then backing down from it completely. And me used to be at work, and I work with kids now. But anyway.
What the heck, Colin? You're bullying kids?
No,
wow.
I'm
as
wonderful.
he should. As
I'm
he
just kidding.
should.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, he seems to not be getting it. What do you say to him or do?
You look like you need a hand.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could use a hand. You know how to use the cannons and stuff?
I know a thing or three about cannons. Here, let me take a look.
Okay, roll me a investigation check, please.
Okay.
With advantage, because it's a cannon thing. So roll twice, take the higher number.
Oh, okay. It's investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So yeah, with an 11, 11's good enough. Good enough to take the wheel, put it in place. You've seen these cannons before. They're just like your classic pirate cannon. There's nothing super special about them. As you are screwing the wheel into place, he kind of looks at you with awe and he goes, "Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad. I didn't want to get yelled at again."
Oh.
Of course, yeah. It always sucks to be the little guy.
Yeah. He is a kind of smaller looking dwarf. He says, name's Trevor. He puts his hand out.
Well, nice to meet you, Trevor.
Hi, Trevi.
Kind of awkwardly shake hands.
He nods his head. And what are you guys' names?
My name is Patrick. Patrick Starr.
Yeah, this is my good friend Patrick. I'm Crocus. It's very nice to meet you. Hi, Trevor.
He nods his head. Leon, go ahead and roll me a deception check, please.
Fuck.
Oh, no. Yes, no, stop. Don't lay on my keyboard. Stop.
Please. Okay.
15's pretty good.
Nice.
All right. So Trevor's gonna roll. He goes, all right, yeah, cool. Nice to meet you, Patrick and Crocus. He shakes both of your hands. He is about 3 feet tall with a very long braided red beard. He is a dwarf, very stout. His muscles aren't quite as defined. He's actually a little chubbier than some of the others that you've seen. He seems young and almost, I would say, Liana, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he might remind you a little bit of yourself in that he does not seem like he belongs here. The rest of the pirates around him are very much your average pirate, whereas he seems like he is a gentle giant.
A gentle little dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And he says, well, it's not nice to meet you guys. I probably should get back to work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, you too. Do you guys need anything? You need some water or anything?
I am A-okay. Thank you for offering them.
We're just exploring up deck. Is there anything interesting to explore up here, or is it just kind of, chilling?
There's you could don't tell anyone I said this, but you could climb up the crow's nest. You could get a really nice view. You could also you could probably well, no. Anyway, yeah, crow's nest, great spot.
Crow's nest. Oh.
Yep. Anyway, gotta go. And he kind of scurries off.
Oh. What was that about?
He's an awkward little guy. I'm not thinking too much of
like
it.
that, right? But what do you think he was like talking about? Gizmo, what are you doing, dude? Stop! No.
I like to imagine that Crocus is seeing an illusion.
Seeing shit.
Hasn't been staying hydrated.
So, as you are kind of looking around, you see the ladder that goes up the middle mast, that goes up to the crow's nest. It's a pretty long ladder, but it does go up to like a nice little pocket up there, like a little wooden bucket that you can stand in, and look out and see a nice view, if you would like.
Should we go up the crow's nest? It might be a little risky.
Okay, Crocus, with peace and love, this is what we in the business call a really bad decision.
Right.
We have to lay low. He told us that we probably shouldn't do it.
Right.
And I feel like even if it's like a very minor thing, I feel like we shouldn't get in trouble. We should try to avoid those kinds of confrontations.
Right.
Though it would definitely be sick. And I'm sad about it.
Come here. Can I turn into a lizard and go?
Fuck yes, you can. Absolutely. You can turn into a lizard and just climb up, like a chameleon, or what? Chameleons are kind of slow.
Like a little gecko.
Like a little gecko.
Just want to scurry. Yeah.
Do you tell Leon what you're doing before you do it, or you just look at him as he's saying this, then just turn into a gecko?
Yes, I just look at him and turn into a gecko.
Crocus just like, as you're saying this, like saying, like, oh, I don't know if it's a great idea. Crocus just like tilts her head and like her like eyes start to bulge out as she like slurps down into a little gecko form. And then she scurries off towards the mast. What are you doing, Leon? As this little gecko runs towards the ladder and starts climbing up the mast.
So wait, so it's already up the mast. Like I can't. It's too late to like make an attempt to stop it without getting on the ladder.
You could roll me if you want to try and like grab the gecko before it goes. You could roll me a dexterity check. So
Okay.
that would be the very top of your sheet there. Yeah, that'll work. 21. Go ahead and now roll me a dexterity check, Crocus, if you're trying to dodge out of the way of the hand.
Don't grab me. I got hot girl shit to do. Wait, is it dexterity?
So up at the top, you see your dexterity number, like the very top left. There you go. Yep, you got it. So a 7, as you go to like weave out of the way, Leon's hand wraps around the gecko form. So like her little gecko legs are like flailing about. Her tail is like slapping the underside of your palm.
I bite his hand.
She bites into your thumb. You take 1 point of damage.
I'll do it.
As she
let go.
she bites down. Seems like she really wants to go.
I kind of just
Leon,
shake
they're
my
not
head
gonna notice a
disapprovingly.
gecko. They're not gonna notice a gecko.
So,
It's gonna be
Leon,
okay.
weirdly enough, as you're holding onto this gecko and like talking to it, or like nodding your head or like shaking your head at it and just like telling it like you're not doing that, you see 4 grayish blue skinned dwarves walk up from below deck, the band, and they are not facing you. The little staircase that they came up is actually facing away from you. So as they come on the top deck, they don't seem to notice you, but you notice them. They are very different dwarves than any of the ones you've seen as staff. They are the band.
Okay. So they seemed pretty enthused about the whole sponsor thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they kind of didn't they yell at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
These are guys I should steer clear of. So I'm going to take very discreetly and calmly begin to take my little gecko downstairs. We are leaving the top deck. It just sounds like bad news to me. Just sounds like bad news to me.
Not hot gecko shit to do, Leon. What the hell?
Real gecko shit.
Oh my goodness.
That just sounds like a really cute nickname, like my little gecko. Like, what up, my little gecko?
I am going to take my little gecko downstairs, very discreetly, acting as if this is just my pet. This is not a person in disguise. There is nothing to see here. Please move along. We're gonna make my way to the steps as discreetly as like a 8-foot tall Minotaur man can.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check, please. 11. Okay. As you're like about to turn down and walk down the steps to go back beneath, you hear a voice kind of holler out from behind you, and he says, "Oh, there you are. You're the other stowaway." And as you turn around, you see Jean-Paul, the lead singer, has kind of quickly walked up to your area, to you. He does not seem to see the gecko yet, but he does see you. He's like walking up behind you, so you know he's walking up. You recognize the voice. This is the lead singer of the band. You haven't turned around quite yet to see him, but you know he's behind you.
Okay.
He doesn't seem angry at you, or he doesn't seem to recognize you yet. He just referred to you as the other stowaway because he knows that there's other people that are going to be staying with them.
How far behind me is he?
Like 15 feet.
Okay, so I can't really play the classic like.
Didn't
I
hear
didn't
you.
hear you.
No, no way.
Oh.
Can I pretend to be deaf.
That's a big pretend, but yes, you could totally pretend.
My little gecko head looks up at him, shakes my head. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to pretend to be deaf.
Don't do it.
Roll me a stealth
going to
check. Or not
try.
a stealth check, a deception check, please. Roll me a
Deception.
deception check. All right. So you're just going to keep walking, I assume.
Mm-hmm. As if I don't register anything he said.
Okay. You hear from behind you, hey, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Hey, big guy. What do you do? Nothing?
I'm really thinking right now. This is like giving me anxiety, and it's not happening.
My little gecko's gonna start squeaking.
You
No.
made your bed.
I'm just gonna squeeze.
You
really
you
trying to
you
think.
hear footsteps like approaching quickly behind you. Just his. It just seems like 2 footsteps. Just Jean Paul's, not the whole band.
Just answer him.
I am going to turn around
Yes, you are.
and say, "Oh, my mistake. My apologies, sir. Is everything okay?"
So as you're looking at him, you get a good look at him for the first time. He's wearing like a leather jacket. He's got black painted nails. This big kind of scar across his left cheek. Eyeliner, like black eyeliner. Big white burly beard. Studs all over his jacket. Shirtless, just wearing the jacket. So he's got kind of like a white hairy chest that you can see as he's walking up. His boots clonk. He's got those big, like tall, like 6-inch boots that he's wearing as he clonks up. And he says, you walk pretty fast, mate. And he puts his hand out for a handshake.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
Okay. So what are you doing with your other hand that has the gecko in it?
I am going to discreetly slide my gecko into my pocket.
Get me out of here, dude.
And I'm going to button the pocket of my jacket.
All right.
I'm just screeching. Whatever gecko noises are made, yeah.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand check, please, Leon. It's a lot of rolling for you today.
Okay, I got a chance here.
17.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. You're able to slip the gecko in your pocket without him noticing. But as he starts hearing the kind of noise, he goes, "Oh, I think we may have a squeaky board somewhere around here." He starts like stomping on a few of the floorboards, looking around
Is he
for.
like joking, or is he like?
No, he
serious?
seems actually like concerned
cool.
where the squeaking's
I
coming
wasn't
from.
sure.
Yeah, he seems actually concerned where the squeaking's coming from and is like checking around for a loose floorboard. He says, "All right, well, anyway, name's Jean Paul, and who are you?"
My name is Patrick Starr.
Patrick. All right, nice to. You friends with Fergus?
Yeah, very good friends with Fergus.
Fergus is a cool guy. I like Fergus. What about the other one, the snake lady? You friends with her?
She's all right. I could do without.
Okay. Oh.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know if the snake lady is suspicious or not. It's not anything mean. I don't know what to do.
He nods his head. He goes, "Huh. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, you staying with us? You know what? Let's cut the act." He kind of like he raises an eyebrow,
dude.
and he kind of looks you up and down, Leon,
No.
and he says, "You look real familiar. Where do I know you from?" Why didn't you answer my calls when I was running up on you?
Oh, let me out. Let me out.
Okay, so real quick, you said is it just him on the deck?
Just him. He's the only
There's
one who has
no one
approached you.
else.
The other band members seem to have walked to their rooms. The other staff members are still working on cannons and stuff. And you guys are, to give you the area where you're standing on like the third step that goes down into the like lower deck of the ship. And he's standing like 2 steps above you on the same staircase.
So we're slightly tucked out of the way.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I roll something to try and get out of Leon's pocket?
Yeah, roll me an acrobatics or athletics, your choice. Acrobatics
bestie.
or athletics, your choice.
Bestie.
Okay. With a 10, you can feel the gecko trying to leave your pocket, Leon. Do you want to try and stop it? It's seeming to like about to unbutton the button.
Whoa, wait. You want me to?
She can help
I'm being-
you.
I'm gonna jump on his face and you're gonna make her run for it. You
Wait,
Okay,
never
okay.
mind.
I have a better plan. So you're making an attempt to jump on his face.
So she hasn't gotten there yet. She is currently trying to unbutton your button to get out of your pocket, and you can feel it happening. You can feel the button
Okay.
about to unbutton, and so you have a chance to react if you want to just like rebutton it or.
I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay.
If the plan is to jump on his face.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for a second, but I will jump on his face if things escalate.
Okay. So as the button unbuttons, Crocus, you're free to crawl up the side of the jacket or wherever you want to go.
Let me just stay there for a second now
Okay.
that it's open.
All right, pockets open. Leon, you're standing there in front of Jean-Paul. He doesn't seem angry with you. He seems suspicious of you that he recognized you, but you didn't answer like his calls after you. And he is equally trying to figure out who you are as you kind of trying to hide yourself right now. So he does not seem to know who you are. He genuinely, like, you could make up any story you want, but he knows that he has seen you at some point. So maybe you can make up a story about how you met one time. You can come up with where he might have seen you. Like if you could pretend you're famous and he's seen you somewhere else. You could say that you went backstage at one of his other concerts. Whatever you want to try and say here. But he seems to definitely recognize you. Or you could say nothing and just punch him in the face and start a fight. I don't know.
I'm thinking. I was gonna be honest. I was really considering throwing him overboard.
The overboard is pretty far from where you're at. The staircase is in the middle of the ship. Not from here. No. If you were closer to the edge of the ship, I'd say the edges of the ship are like 25 feet from you right now.
I'm gonna square up a bit. And
Okay.
Just kind of stand upright.
All right. So you step up a
And
step and
say-
you're taller than him by far.
I'm gonna say I said my name was Patrick Starr.
I don't
And-
doubt that's your name, mate. You're making it weird.
Oh no. Monk ass.
I'm making it weird.
I just
Why are
know
you?
I've
Why
seen you.
you're out here? I was at the concert earlier.
He nods a little bit. Yeah. All right.
You're drunk, friend. Have a seat.
Roll me a deception check, please.
Uh-oh.
Fuck me, bro.
Okay. He's gonna roll.
Oh no.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
He furrows his eyebrows and he says, I work better when I'm drunk, but I know I've seen you somewhere other than this concert. Are you? No, you're not. You're not one of my girlfriend's ex-boyfriends, are you?
Oh.
I was at the concert. I wouldn't want to be.
he kind of smirks a little bit, and he says, "You got a mouth on you." Well, either way, we're gonna be good business partners, and we're gonna make each other some money. So don't let me catch you getting in any trouble. You friends with Fergus? I'll give you a pass for now. He turns away. What do? You just let him turn away?
I think I've said my piece. I think I need to.
He turns away and walks off. Your 9 deception. He rolled an 8.
Oh, nice.
He rolled an 8. So you seem to have convinced him that maybe he is mistaking what he's seeing. But there's still suspicion there. As you walk down beneath deck, the gecko in your pocket has stopped straining as much, I would imagine.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sit on Leon's shoulder and just look at him and just go.
So the gecko is on your shoulder as you head down and reconvene with Fergus and Shisa. The backstage room is empty. So all 4 of you are in the backstage room, the velvet carpet covered room, and there's nobody else around.
Nice.
What would you guys like to say or do to each other? You both have information from your different adventures.
Do we have a room? I would like.
Yeah, this is our room. They're sleeping top deck, so we've got the backstage quarters. These are ours.
All right.
So you have your room settled. Leon and Crocus, your back and forth with Jean-Paul is something you probably want to mention to the rest of your group at some point. Just, you don't need to tell them everything, but I would imagine you'd want to tell them, since Fergus's name came up. Jean-Paul seems to have taken a liking to Fergus. And Shisa, a conversation came up with you two, in that now Jean-Paul might be a little bit more suspicious of you based on that conversation.
Thanks, Leon.
Ooh.
So the question I have for Leon is, do you share this information with them? And if so, how do you share it? If not, that's cool too.
That they are like suspicious?
Yeah, that you had that conversation with him. Do you tell your group about that conversation that you had?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, that knowledge that you watched, that scene you watched, is now common knowledge for everybody. So Fergus and Shisa, you have all that information as well.
So I would like to just be like, you guys, something really weird is that Jean-Paul guy. He also had a bounty on his head. He flipped past it and pretended like it wasn't there.
That's good. That's good for us, though. We should keep that quiet because we can use that against them in case they bust us.
Yeah, that's our ace up the sleeve. Yeah, it's good to know.
Gaslight.
I didn't let him know that I saw it. I just
Right.
pretended like I didn't see it either. So, yeah.
All right. So with this information, a room secured, you guys go ahead and take your long rest. If you used any spells or abilities, you can use that long rest in the top of your character sheet. It's up above your health, kind of up and to the left of your health bar or your health number. So everyone hit the long rest button just so we know that everyone's abilities are reset, including the
Can I
beast
wait for
shape.
everyone to go to bed?
Yeah. Your B shape ends after 2 hours. So,
Right. Okay.
or whenever you want it to. You can
Okay.
stop it whenever you
Has
want.
it been like 2 hours?
It's probably been an hour.
It's probably been an hour. Would
you
it take
halfway
me an
there.
hour to sneak out and go up the crow's nest?
By the time you climb up the crow's nest, you probably turn back into Crocus while you're up there, but you have another beast shape. You have 2 beast shapes. So then you could just beast shape back into a gecko again and climb back down.
Let's do that.
Okay. So everyone gets some rest. Doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sneak out totally, though.
Right.
You're going to still have to roll a stealth check, but with advantage. So roll twice, take the higher number.
Stealth. 1, 2.
Okay.
Did it do it twice?
Yep, it did.
Oh no.
So,
My goodness, dude.
Leon, Shisa, and Fergus, in the bottom left of your character sheet, it says passive perception. What are you guys' passive perceptions? It's like it's like bottom left, kind of above your languages and stuff. It's like its own little bar. 12?
12.
12, and I have dark vision of 60 feet as well.
Okay. So these passive perceptions are used when you don't know that there's something you should be looking for, but something is happening around you. That's what passive perception is for. So, while you're sleeping, the way I do passive perception is that you have a -5 to your passive perception while you're sleeping. So that would bring you all down to 7, right? Because you're all 12.
Right.
Okay. So Crocus, you're barely able to slip out of everyone's passive listening and their passive perception while they are dozing off, and you're able to climb your way up to the top deck, where you find your way to the ladder and climb all the way up to the crow's nest.
Right.
As you climb up there, there is a guy sleeping in the crow's nest. When you climb up there, you recognize this guy. This is Trevor. Trevor is sleeping up here.
My man.
And he is totally knocked out. Like, he seems like he's totally knocked out. And as you're kind of standing on the lip of the crow's nest here, you get a really nice view of the ship. And something somewhat suspicious from this angle as well.
Right.
The back of the ship, you're noticing that the workers are like moving around boxes near the back of the ship here on the deck. And they're like moving around these storage boxes, opening them up. And go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you can see what they're messing around with inside these boxes, like what items are inside these boxes. Okay. Roll twice, take the higher number because you're in the crow's nest here.
Okay.
Roll again. Okay, so 18. With an 18, you can see that they have a bunch of people's wallets. Like their wallets and like their purses and their bags.
Oh.
And
that's weird.
They are like, a lot of them are feminine looking purses, and then like leather wallets, coin purses, those kinds of things are all in these boxes.
And that's all I see.
Yeah, that's what you see them kind of like looking around with and messing with in these boxes, and then they put the lids back on and stack them up. And there's like 6 or 7 of these boxes stacked near the back of the ship, kind of inconspicuously. They look like just regular storage boxes that would have like, tomatoes or vegetables or stuff in them, but these have valued goods in them.
Oh, wow. Oh, they're... Not the good. I should probably get back now, huh?
As you are seeing this, you feel your body like changing back into Crocus.
Right.
Roll me a stealth check as you switch back into Crocus to not wake up Trevor. Okay. Trevor, as you are in the crow's nest there, Trevor kind of opens up one eye and sees you.
No.
And he says, hey, Crocus. Oh,
Hi.
You made it.
Yeah, I was just so like enamored by the way that you described the crow's nest that I just had to come up here and check it out. You know?
He kind of sits up.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's my favorite spot on the ship. He scoots back towards like the edge, kind of away from you. And he says, If anyone yells at you for being up here, just tell them I told you to come up here.
Oh no, it's okay, Trevor. You don't have to take the hit for it. It's okay if I get in trouble. Oh, you sleep up here. You don't sleep with everyone else. What? Why is that?
I don't really fit in. He kind of like rubs his arm a little bit.
Mhm.
It's not really my scene here.
Right.
But it's really nice up here, and when you wake up, you get a really nice view.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, Trevor. Sometimes we don't necessarily fit in where we are, and I just want you to know that it's okay. You don't have to like stick around here if you don't want to.
I don't really have a choice.
Mm.
I signed a contract.
A contract?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of contract?
I guess I shouldn't say I signed it. My parents signed it.
Oh.
Yeah, they when I was a kid, they wanted me to join the crew. They got a big sum of money for it, and they were told I was going to become famous. So he kind of laughs nervously.
Oh, do you perform?
Sometimes I like to play the cello.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't have one though anymore.
Anymore.
They smashed it on the first day.
Who smashed it? I'm gonna beat their ass, Trevor.
He kind of looks down and twiddles his thumb a little bit. He says, I can't say.
I'm just a stranger, Trevor. It's okay. Like, if anything, I'll just be passing by. But by chance, who smashed your cello, Trevor?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. Oh, very good today.
He says, every time I tell people, it never really ends well for me. So, I think I'll just keep it to myself. But thanks for the nice talk.
Yeah, I hope things get better for you, Trevor. We're down in the I think the musicians room, so if you ever need anything, you know where to find us.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna be on the ship for a little while, a few days. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Yep. All right. Well, good night, Trevor.
Yeah. Good night, Crocus. And nice to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to come up anytime. And like I said, I'll take the fall for it.
No, you're good, Trevor. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Do you just climb down the ladder?
Yeah, I'm not gonna transform. I'm just gonna climb down.
Okay. You climb down the ladder. As you get to the base of the ladder, one of the other workers says, "Hey, you weren't supposed to be up there." They kind of like turn away from what they were doing.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got lost. I was just wandering, like, I sleepwalk. Yeah, sorry.
Roll a deception check, please.
EDD. Where is? Oh, there it is. Please, God, please.
That's good. That's really good. 19's good. He says, "Sleepwalk? Oh, that's something else. I never heard of that before."
Oh, it's crazy. You like walk in your sleep and like boom, you wake up in like random places. It's crazy, dude. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it.
Well, stay out of the crow's nest. You're not supposed to be up there.
Yeah, no, yeah, totally. My bad. I'll definitely try and keep myself out of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like walk away.
Yep. You head back down into the backstage room where the rest of your party is sleeping. Are you trying to stealthily re-enter?
No.
Just walking in?
Yeah, just.
Okay. As you walk in, everyone, you kind of like rustle awake a little bit and your eyes open to see Crocus open the door and shut it. She's been out. Last time you saw her, she was a gecko on Leon's shoulder.
Just kind of nod my head at everyone. Hey.
Where have you been?
I just got some fresh air, Maybe Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So-
Fergus, she said, do you say anything?
Nah.
Nah, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
All right. Leon, did you want to say anything else before I move on?
No, I think I'm good. I was just gonna ask like what the time of day we just woke up, you said, right?
You woke up like in the middle of the night because she came back in after being out in the crow's
okay.
nest for a little while.
Everybody
So
go
you
back
had
to
just
sleep.
dozed off. Like you had,
Okay.
it had been like an hour, and then she
Got it.
came back in. So she definitely snuck out. Like you know for sure that she definitely snuck out and probably went to the place you told her not to go.
Word.
But you're not sure. You're not sure where she went, but that's probably what she did.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna press. I don't think I'm gonna press it.
Okay, sounds good. You guys get your long rest, and you get your beast shapes back, Moonsy.
Nice.
Everyone gets their abilities back. So hit that long rest button up at the top, to the left of the health bar, and as you're awakening, you smell the smell of cooked meats and smells like bacon and eggs and coffee on the ship. That kind of like
Nice.
this aroma fills the air. And you can hear the voices of people, a lot of people. As you listen, you can hear them all out in the stadium, like outside your room. You can hear them all talking and jibbing and jabbing away. And that smell of food is very potent as you wake up.
Hmm.
You haven't gone out yet, though.
Good morning.
Everyone, you all wake up together. These are times for you to talk about what your plan is for the day. You've got about 1 day before you hit Jurasaur. So you can, if you have books you want to read, if you have people you want to talk to on the ship, if you have questions you want to ask people, if you want to spar with each other, if you want to, whatever you want to do to pass the time, you're not sure. But the ship still has a lot more to explore. Crocus, you have information that nobody else has as well, that you haven't shared yet. So,
I'll probably pull Leon to the side.
okay.
Okay, Leon, don't get mad, but you probably already know. I went up to the crow's nest last night, and Trevor was sleeping there, and like something's not adding up. I saw some weird shit.
So first of all, I'm not mad, just disappointed.
Oh no, it's okay. That's fine. But they're.
Second of all,
Oh no.
how you say something is wrong? What do you mean?
There's boxes in the back. Like I went up to the top. They're like stocking up on like it looks like purses and wallets and like valuable goods, and it looks like storage, but it's not normal storage, and I don't know if it's our place to say anything or do anything. It just looks weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good. It doesn't sound like a good scene. Did you ask any questions? Like, did you?
I wasn't sure. I just asked Trevor, and he said that his parents signed him into a contract when he was young, and he's stuck working here, like he can't leave, and they broke his cello, and that made me really mad that they did that. But there's more pressing stuff, but like I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. I think. Methinks. Yeah.
Have you spoken to the others about this yet?
No. We should probably tell them, huh?
Yeah, I feel like we should probably table this with everyone.
Okay, let's go tell them then.
All right. So everyone is privy to the information that Crocus went up to the crow's nest and saw them hoarding wallets, purses, coin purses on the ship in inconspicuous storage boxes littered around the deck of the ship.
So I know that this may be a long shot, but I think I might be able to ask that guy about it.
Oh yeah.
But I can do it in a way where like I just pretend like I didn't see or I don't know about those things, and I could I could just be like, I know something's going on. I'm not dumb.
Right. How far away are we from getting to Jurasaur?
You're about 1 day's travel.
Right.
The only thing is I don't want to cause trouble.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck in sea right now, so that might not be smart.
But I told him to come see me, and now I don't really know what I'm going to ask him because
Didn't one of us had mind control abilities?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, so why don't we control his mind?
I'm a little worried about doing that because I don't know if I can just control his mind and get away with it.
Mm.
People usually know that you've charmed them once the charm ends.
Oh.
And he also has a girlfriend too, so I'm a little worried about that.
Uh-oh.
He seems to be adverse to me because he thought that I was coming on to him. Thankfully, I told him I wasn't.
The charm, like, if she was to cast the spell, can I charm him?
Like,
Does that make sense?
like
Or does it have
without
to
a
be the
spell?
spellcaster? Yeah. Like,
Like-
if the spell is cast on him, can I be like, hi, let's do this?
If a spell is cast on him, at the end of the spell, he's gonna know what it is. So like he's gonna know that he was
Okay.
charmed. So casting a spell is something you want to do on someone you're not gonna see ever again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also,
so
like,
he-
I don't.
Go on.
I just feel like we should just lay low and I should just do something dumb, like be like, oh, I wanted to audition for the band tonight. I wanted to perform tonight, and then just like, I don't know, play a stupid song so that way I can brush it off because I made a dumb meeting with him that I don't need anymore.
No, I think you should still use it.
Use what? Like, what should I
Use the
do?
meeting.
Like, there's nothing I can do without stirring the pot, is what I'm saying. And like, we have a whole nother day left on the ship.
Maybe just ask him for like a more in-depth tour of the ship. Be like, hey, I'm really interested in the ship. Like, can you take me on a
Yeah,
more
that's a
in-depth
good
tour?
idea. Yeah. I just needed like advice or help because like I really didn't know what else to do besides just make up a fake excuse.
Yeah, I say fuck it. Just ask him to take you on a tour and see like
Okay.
if you see anything else, and then I'll ask if I can join because he seems to like me quite a bit.
Yes. We should take you along for sure.
And just
He
as you
doesn't
say that,
trust
you hear a
me.
rap-a-tap-tap at your door. And
Oh.
you hear a familiar voice of Jean-Paul from behind the door. And he says, "You all coming out for some food?"
Oh, morning, John Paul, pal. How you doing?
Hell yeah, breakfast!
I'm starving.
He hollers from the door. "We got bacon and eggs waiting for you out here."
Perfect. We'll be down in 2 seconds.
You hear his boots clomping away.
Right. Let's go for breakfast. Let's try and get this tour. I don't know, Crocus and Leon, what you guys want to do. If you guys want to try and come along also, or if you guys want to.
Crocus kind of looks at Leon like,
I think I definitely need to lay
Not the
low.
best idea.
Okay, so how
I
about we
think I
all go for
definitely do.
breakfast, and then you two just come back to the back stage bit and just look after our stuff, I guess.
That sounds like a good plan. Yeah.
All right. So, you guys head out for breakfast. And as you step out, you see a large group of people all gathered in the stadium. They are kind of lined up in the stadium in kind of a buffet style. And these metal, like buffet tables have been set up that kind of like surround the edges of the stadium. And people, like the whole crew, is kind of going through and getting food from these buffet tables. You notice that Trevor is serving eggs from one of the buffet spots onto people's plates and giving them like a big smile as he does it. He seems to be enjoying this job of serving breakfast. And it's the three of you, not Leon, right? Or who else?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, no, I think I came to breakfast, but I am with the gang.
So
right
everyone's going to
now.
come to breakfast so that it looks normal, and then these guys are
I'm
just going to go back
I'm
to
dipping out after this.
Got it. All right. So as you guys go through the line, you grab your breakfast, you eat up. It's a pretty well cooked breakfast. The food is nice. Kind Go ahead and roll me perception checks, everybody. Let's do a group perception check here.
Perception.
Yeah, 3, a 5,
Don't.
an 11.
1 sec, I'm just getting back on my character sheet. I accidentally
You're good.
X'd out of it.
So like me to roll a low perception check in the morning.
Classic.
Today I cracked an egg into my trash can.
What?
Yeah. You ever do that in the morning where you just like
I have, but like into like the sink.
yeah, like you crack the egg into the wrong thing. You're just like, what did I just
Like,
do?
why?
Okay. So with these perception checks, looking around, you guys don't hear or see anything of interest necessarily. Just people talking about the show from last night, discussing their plans for the day. A lot of the workers are going to be doing a lot of scrubbing and cleaning vomit out of different spots that people, like drunk people, have thrown up into. They're going to be fixing the cannons because a few of the cannons are messed up, and just like overall just kind of doing their regular work thing. With these perception checks, you don't really get too much crazy information. You finish up your breakfast, it's being cleaned up, and at this point Jean-Paul walks up to Shisa from the table that the band is sitting at, and he says, "Yeah, all right, I'm here. What did you need?"
Oh, thank you so much, by the way, for coming to get me. I just really wanted a tour of the ship, and I felt like last night it was a little too late and inappropriate to ask. So yeah, I mean, today seems like a good day. The weather's nice. How about it?
All right, yeah. We can set up a tour of the ship. There's not much really to see. I mean, the coolest part of the ship is the one you're in right now. He kind of looks around to the stadium that you're standing in. This is the most unique thing in the ship. Everything else is pretty standard.
I kind of want to go up to the. I interrupt him. I'm like, I kind of want to go up to the crow's nest. Any chance we can get a view from the tippity top?
He looks at you and kind of then looks away curiously. He says, "I'm sure I can arrange that. It's not a problem. Crow's nest, yeah, that's fine. It's a good view from up there. It's kind of a 2-person spot though. 2 at a time, I mean. Like there's not much room for a lot of people up there."
Oh well, remember I'm tiny wee, so we should be able to get away with the 3 of us up there, right? I can hang off the edge anyway. I'm used to swinging about and climbing about things, so don't worry about me taking up too much room.
You know, it's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind staying at the bottom. I mean, my snake tail makes it kind of hard for me to climb, and you know, I should just let the little guy get the tall view for once, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, we can do that. He leads you towards the...
Hear that, Fergus? I made a short joke in case you didn't.
Yeah, I fucking heard you.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Yeah.
So he leads you over to the crow's nest, and Fergus and Jean-Paul climb up to the bucket. I don't know what the thing's called, but you climb up to the crow's nest.
It is literally called the crow's nest.
Yeah, you climb up to the crow's nest, and up there you get a nice view of the place. One peculiar thing happened on your way, though. Jean-Paul pulled one of the workers to the side and whispered something into his ear before you guys went up the ladder. And that worker kind of scurried off. Shisa, roll me a perception check.
Come on, bestie.
Perception.
You see the direction in which the person's running, which is towards the back of the ship, but you're not sure where they went after that. If you'd like, you can follow them. It just might look a little suspicious because you were supposed to be waiting at the base of the crow's nest for Fergus to come back.
Is there a way that I can get on top of a box and sit on top of it and get a better view, nonchalantly?
Sure, that's a good idea. Yeah, you climb on top of a box, just kind of littered about here, and
kicking
get
my
a better
feet,
view.
just pretending like I'm bored.
Yeah, roll me another perception check then. Okay, that's the number you actually needed, which was 10.
Woo!
So you see him run back towards these nonchalant-looking boxes in the back, and he kind of rearranges them and then puts a tarp over them.
Oh. Sneaky. I see.
Fergus, as you get up to the crow's nest, you get a nice view of the whole ship. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage. So twice, take the higher number.
Oh yeah.
We love a perception with advantage.
Okay.
No, we don't.
13. As you're looking around, you see the workers are milling about on the deck, and up here, you're noticing there is like a small bit of belongings, like just kind of littered about here in the crow's nest. Just like you see like a little pack, like a kind of like a fanny pack just sitting here in the crow's nest, and it's marked Trevor. And you also notice that there's a small telescope kind of sticking out of it as well. And Jean-Paul kind of kicks it to the side as he comes up, and he says, "A fucking rat." And he like kicks it.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
He actually picks up the fanny pack and he kind of holds it up to you, and he says, "This little fucking rat, he's always got his eyes on everyone's business." And he takes the fanny pack and like holds it over the crow's nest, like over the edge of it, and drops it. As he does,
Man, I wanted to borrow that telescope. I love the ocean view, man. Fuck. Oh well. What's wrong with whose stuff is that? Like, whose stuff is that?
Jean-Paul laughs. As the telescope is falling, Shisa, you see it fall from the crow's nest, and the telescope crashes to the ground and breaks. And Jean-Paul kind of tilts his head, and he says, "It's really not that important whose it is. So, what do you think of the view?"
Yeah, pretty good, man. Like, it's pretty good view. It's a pretty calm day on the ocean. On the ocean, I was gonna say floor. That doesn't make sense. Pretty calm day in the waves today. Looks like we should be making pretty good progress. How long do you reckon until we make it to Jurassor?
He says, I'd say by the end of today, or no later. Shouldn't be any too much later than that. Yeah, you said you wanted a telescope. He, out of his back pocket, pulls out a telescope that extends and gives it to you. It's a really nice looking black telescope with golden rings on it.
Do you reckon we'll be able to see Jurassor from here? Half a day? No, maybe?
No. Not from here.
Fair enough. And I just kind of like, I guess I just like take the telescope and kind of scout around the horizon, see if I can see anything.
Yeah, roll me another perception check with advantage, please.
Yeah.
$18. All right, as you're looking about, you see the sun is just kind of peeking over the horizon. It's still morning, so the sun's kind of coming up. It's getting real bright out here. The waves are, like you said, very calm. But out in the distance, you see the top of what you first might think is like a whale. It's a large animal of some kind. But looking closer at it, its color is this kind of like bright orange color. And you can see it like rapidly kind of moving towards your location, and then it sinks under the waves. But it is it looked like a large creature of some kind with orange skin.
Jean-Paul, what do you know about large orange sea creatures?
His eyes get real big when you say that, and he says, "What are you talking about, mate?"
Well, I don't want to alarm you, but off at the horizon there, just where the sun touches the edge of the earth, I've seen a pretty large creature with orange skin dive under the water.
He curiously takes the telescope from you and extends it out, looking outward across the horizon. And he says, oh, I didn't say anything. He's like looking
Because
around for it.
it's already gone under the water.
And as you say that, you feel everyone on the ship feels a large bump against the side of the ship. Thump, as the ship starts like shaking back and forth. I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. The top left of your character sheet, the saving throw box.
Oh.
Dexterity saving throw. We've got 14,
How do
15,
I-
18.
Wait, I did the wrong one.
Pretty good across the board.
There we go.
Now, I'm going to go with your
Yeah, right.
21 because it's the you get the same +2. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with your higher number. All right. So, as you guys get bumped on this ship, none of you fall over. You're all able to keep your balance. Jean-Paul's going to roll real quick. Jean-Paul just about falls out of the crow's nest as he like stumbles backwards. And he goes, oh shit. And you guys see these large orange tentacles come up over the sides of the ship. Both sides. Then at the tip of the ship, the bow, another tentacle kind of wraps around the front of it. And the workers all scurry down below deck as Jean-Paul starts shouting, hey, grab your weapons! Grab your weapons! And he turns to you, Fergus, and he says, these are the locals. And as he says that, you look down and you see the top of that large creature kind of just barely peeking out of the water. That large orange creature. You can tell that it's a large octopus, a gigantic octopus. And on its back is a smaller creature with blue skin and gills. You know it to be a triton, which is like an undersea, like a merfolk kind of vibe to it, like a murloc almost. And it is riding on the back with a spear and pointing its spear up. And you hear from the creature, just barely. Fergus, you probably are the farthest away from it because you're so far up in the crow's nest. But you kind of hear its voice kind of shout from beneath the ship, where it's standing on top of this octopus, and it says, "You will pay for what you've done." And all of you on the ship, you hear this, but you're not sure where it's coming from. You guys don't see this creature yet. Fergus is the only one because he's up on the crow's nest, but you hear this voice kind of coming from the water, like over the side of the ship. And you kind of rush over and you see it now on the top of this octopus, this like blue humanoid pointing his spear up. And it is curious that this creature seems to know the ship and maybe know something that's going on here. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do next session. So check out on Roll20. Everyone go to Roll20.
Roll 20,
Yep.
roll 20.
Yep. And on Roll20, we're going to try combat a little differently next time.
I'm on roll 20. I don't
Yep.
know.
No worries. Give me a second.
Oh,
There you go.
Whoa!
Yo!
Dude!
My man.
Oh, I accidentally painted.
All right.
Oh no.
So next time our combat, I'll show everyone in chat here.
Yo!
Next time our combat's going to be on the digital map, and you'll actually get to move your own tokens and be able to see the map a little bit better, a little easier. I'll describe everything to you next time since we're at the end of the session for today. But you can see the two large octopus. You can see the little tritons on their backs, or the smaller kind of tokens that you can see on their like bulbous backs. You can see where you guys are standing.
Oh wow.
Your tokens are all the art. Some of them are from the art contest, which is pretty cool. So shout out to Shy Tarts for making the Leon art. And shout out to I forget the guy's name who made Egrid's art, but incredible artist, which you can see on KCTron's subreddit as well. You can see Fergus and Jean-Paul are up in the crow's nest. So they're kind of in the middle of the ship there. You see all the tentacles across the board, and this is where we're going to do battle for next session. So I won't keep us for too much longer today. We're going to raid into somebody.